This is Bruce Boudreau, and it's time for Clay's Canucks commentary live. Let's go with Clay right now.
Hey Canucks fans, and welcome to Clay's Canucks commentary live, presented to you by Van City Experts. I am Canuck Clay, and this is my Canucks take all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary, and it is Wednesday night, January the 25th. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. Thanks for waiting for me. I know I'm a couple minutes late. I'll explain to you why in a little bit. I think it's a bit of a silly reason why, but I'm still not convinced this is the reason why. But I'll get to that in a second. Right away, I want to recognize and acknowledge Lucas's donation. So let's get to that right away because it's a big one. $20. Choo-choo. Thank you, Lucas. This is only a hockey game. If you need a break from the keyboard to breathe or grab a drink to chill, do that. It's a beep year. So yeah, I'll be watching from the stands tonight. Be well all. Good advice from Lucas. Everyone deals with whatever, with stress differently. And this was the annual Bell Let's Talk Day. And I know there's been a lot of griping about Bell and some of their practices. I'm a Bell customer. That's where I have all my cell phones with. And I used a hashtag only once today. I didn't go crazy with it today, but I did indeed use it today. So, and then I had some people coming back to me and saying, you shouldn't be using that hashtag. But I said, as much as I love to speak, I'm a much better listener. I said something like that. Actually, I'll show it to you in a second because I want to show you some other things on Twitter as well. So tonight, the Canucks lose 6-1, but I want to thank you, Lucas, for that donation and for the words of advice. I can't judge. I don't know what, actually, I just got on here, so I don't know what's been going on. But I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy that you are here with me. Over 50 of you waiting for me as we get going. So moderators, thank you in advance. Members, Legends, Hall of Fame, and franchise members, thanks to all of you. And everyone else, no matter where you're watching from, whether you're in my beautiful neighborhood of Steveston, in Richmond, in the city, in the province, Lower Mainland, province, country, continent, or around the world. Thank you for being here. You know that I don't take you for granted. You know that I know you could be doing anything else, watching anyone else, getting ready for bed, school, work, but the fact that you are here, I appreciate you. And I always appreciate you. I never take you for granted. So as we get started, leave a donation like Lucas did. Thank you. Become a member, upgrade your membership. Most importantly, subscribe so you can get active in the chat section and you can get my videos every day. And of course, like the video as well. 55 of you in here, 20 likes. Not bad, actually. Usually when I say that, we're at 10 or 12. So let's keep getting those likes up. Listening on a podcast platform, make sure you rate and review. And don't forget that I'll go for the first half. Then I will turn it over to you. I don't have much to say tonight, actually, because I didn't get to see the whole game. Wednesday night's always tricky for me because it's church night. But there are a couple things that I do want to highlight. Okay, before I get started, the reason why I was a couple minutes late is my camera looked really dark, and I still think it looks dark tonight. And then, I don't know if you noticed, I did put the nameplate up. Thank you very much for the suggestions. I think it was IC and a couple others who said, hey, Clay, why don't you put the nameplate up on the arm of my boom stand? But I realized where I had my light. So I have a light over here that's shining this way. I have a light over here, but then because this is solid, it actually doesn't let the light pass through. So picture this, the light was way in that corner and this was actually blocking some of the light through. So this time I had to move my light over. You guys don't care about this kind of thing. But just picture that. I thought maybe that this was blocking some of the light that would have otherwise gone through, or maybe not. Maybe I pressed something on my camera. Regardless, great suggestion. I hope you guys like it, and I hope that you think it looks good up there. I think it looks great, and yes, a really, really good suggestion. I think it was IC who brought that up to put it up there. Yeah, it is a tad darker tonight. I'm not sure why, but I don't mind it either. Maybe it matches the mood I'm in. No, I'm never in a dark mood. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Lucas, another $10 donation. Choo-choo. Also, please share something special for all the GLCPC members. I posted earlier tonight. Okay, now I'll be watching. Like, sub, become a member. Legends perks are hecka awesome. Yeah, there's 3 tweets I'll show tonight. Lucas, yours will be one of them for sure. Thank you. So let's give some love to Lucas in the chat section. Robert, all the way from Toronto. The nameplate looks good there. Thank you. I do like it. I got to remember to take it off when I'm doing some non-Canuck stuff. But yeah, I wish. I do like it there because most of the stuff I do here is for Canucks. I do some other vlogs here for sure. Non-Canucks related. Dogwood saying, oh my gosh, I should just read your comments all night. Your forehead is less shiny. Actually, I noticed that too, actually. My forehead's always shiny. Some people can see the reflection in my forehead. Maybe the camera's focusing on it, somehow changing the lighting. Andrew saying, nice tan. You guys are all hilarious. But I appreciate that. Thanks. Thanks for all the love, I think. Speaking of love, not sure if I love this. The Canucks lost 6-1 tonight. Oh, by the way, Robert, where are you? I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Well, hopefully I can live up to that. And I'm glad that you are here, Robert. And I appreciate you as always. And by the way, yeah, actually, I do. It's way darker and my skin looks way less shiny. So I pressed something. It's like I put an accidental filter on or whatever. But I think you guys, I think we'll survive. Yeah, I must have mucked something up. Speaking of mucking things up, the Canucks, this was a rough one tonight. They lost 6-1. So let me put that up on the screen for you, even though we're probably trying to forget some of it. And much like the Canucks beat a pretty bad team yesterday in the Blackhawks, they lost to a really good team today, Seattle. So I don't think either of these two results should surprise us. I'm certainly not going to sit here and blame Rick Tocchet. He's had 1 practice basically with the team and then 2 game days. So he'll probably get a practice in tomorrow, and then finally they'll get a break after this Friday's game against Columbus, and then Tocchet can actually start to work with these guys and truly start to implement systems. So I'm not going to sit here and say whatever they did well last night, they undid it tonight. No, I think you have to look at these 2 games kind of put together. You don't get too excited about last night. You don't get too down about tonight. This is who the Canucks are. They're not a very good team. It was kind of nice to see a win last night, to be honest with you, while acknowledging that it didn't help our Bedard chances. And then tonight, Columbus, one of the teams below us, did get a full 2 points. And Ottawa, one of the teams that we were near, also won as well. So if you're looking for the Canucks to drop in the standings, tonight was a good night for you for sure. Now, let's... I only saw the 3rd period because the first 2 periods I was at my church. It's Wednesday night. It's religious education night. But I was following all the tweets as they were coming through my phone, hot and heavy. And yeah, the Seattle was just way better. Everything that the Canucks did stats-wise, dominating Chicago yesterday, Seattle did to us. Whether it was shots, whether it was scoring chances. And you just look. And I'm not going to go through every goal because I've only seen the highlights. I haven't seen how plays broke down. I know on the Borkstrand goal, this first one, I think it was Horvat that had a chance to clear the puck. Then this Wenberg is on a power play. McCann's on a power play, but the Canucks simply weren't killing penalties well. They're out of position. And maybe this is Rick Tocchet still trying to implement his systems. This Tolvanen goal was a backbreaker. Well, these were all backbreakers. Then Borkstrand again. I don't even know how this one went in. Garland originally credited to Lazar, and then Ryan Donato. In all the goals blur together for me because I've only seen the highlights once. Barely watched the 3rd period. I was too hungry, but I knew enough where I listened to Rick Tocchett's postgame. But I'll get to that in a second. 35-20. The shots. Look at the special teams. 2 for 3 for Seattle. 0 for 5 for the Canucks, including at least 1, if not 2, at least 1 double minor. And within 4 minutes, and they only got 2 shots on net. Good hits, good blocks, but that's not saying much. You look at all these stats. The ones that stick out to me is -3 for Kuzmenko. Another one that sticks out to me is only 16 minutes for JT Miller compared to 20 for Pettersson and Horvat. And then on the back end, you had Hughes and Ekman Larson playing the most minutes. And Spencer Martin, I'm not going to sit here and say the Canucks lost because of Spencer Martin. That would be too easy to say. And it looks like that way when you give up 6 goals. But the team in front of him didn't play that well. But at the same time, Martin's not making the big saves that he made, say, last year or even at the start of this year. And you got to give Seattle credit. They are a very good team. And they took it to the Canucks for sure. And they showed why, that they are indeed a playoff team this year, even in their second year of existence, and why we are near the bottom. Thank you, Jay, for the donation. Choo choo. $2 donation from Jay, my longtime friend. Nice name bar. I appreciate you. Thank you, Jay. So let's give some love to Jay in the chat for sure. Oh, and I missed another one. He did a dollar one earlier. And I didn't not say that because you didn't say anything. I didn't see it. So choo choo. Thank you, Jay. So $1 donation from Jay and then a $2 donation. Appreciate you. Let's give Jay some love in the chat for sure. So thanks for that. I'm going to check something really quick. Yeah, I don't have much to say about tonight's game. I just think as a objective, honest, don't get too down, too high, too low Canucks fan, I think we have to look at these 2 games together. You don't just focus on the win against Chicago. You don't just focus on tonight's loss against Seattle. I think you have to look at both of them together. And I'm pretty sure that's what Rick Tocchet's going to do when he tries to evaluate what he has in his new team. A couple other comments and donations I want to highlight before I show you a couple tweets. Actually, talk about Rick Tocchet and then show you a couple tweets. I see a $5 donation from Carol. Thank you. Choo choo. Hi, Clay. Personally, I think I'll just wait for next year. It's always great to see everyone in the stream, even though we lost. Sometimes come Blue Jays. Not sure what that last part meant. Might have been a talk to text error, but thank you, Carol, for your generosity as always. And then, so let's give Carol some love for sure. And then Justin, I can't show member chats on the screen for some reason, but Justin uses his member chat, his 24-month member chat, even using my bad math skills. That is 2 years. Thank you, Justin. Justin says this, heard it was the 21st time this season the Canucks have led in 5 or more goals. That's not good. Elite Demko wouldn't have made much of a difference with defense this poor. Well-deserved win by the Kraken. A lot of interactions on Twitter tonight post-game for Team Tank. And yes, I can even say that word, Team Tank. So thank you for using that, for using your membership message there. And then we got some, 2 years. That's pretty crazy. So everyone that's been here from the very start, we're into 2 years of membership now, which is pretty crazy. Maybe I should design a new whatchamacallit, a new emoji or logo or graphic or whatever. Jesse, thank you for the donation. Choo choo. Thank you. Let's give some love to Jesse in the chat. And then we have Andrew using his 24-month legend member chat saying, I'm just following Just Incredible. What he does, I might as well do it too. Awesome. Well, no problem with that. Whether you're a follower or a leader, no problem with that at all. All right. I'm going to show you a few things. Thank you, everyone, for your generous donations. I'm going to show you a couple things on Twitter tonight, 3 tweets in particular. Oh, before I do that, and then I'll get to all of your comments. Actually, no, let me do this. Then I will talk about what Rick Tocchet said, and then I will throw to you. Yes, love to everyone in here. So I want to show you 3 things on my Twitter real quick. Actually, I'll show you a couple things because it might spark some conversation. But we've had some really good conversation already. So this is what I was talking about. I said, while I enjoy speaking, I'm a better listener. I will seek first to understand, then to be understood. I promise to listen without judging or sending solutions. And I pledge to make myself available to whomever, whenever, and wherever. Bell, let's talk. And I do put that every year on this day. By the way, Jesse said I tried putting a comment with the donation. I said I'm Team Tank, but hope we still have some exciting games to watch. That is probably the best case scenario if you want the team to at least provide some entertainment, excitement, yet not hurt their chances in the Connor Bedard sweepstakes. A couple other donations. Oh, and a pretty good timing because I was just about to talk about this. Jay says Tank for Bedard, $2 donation. Choo choo. Thank you, Jay. And Missy Love, she said she was going to be here, and she's here. So just hold on, Missy. I will recognize you in a second. So thank you for the donation, Missy. So give me a sec. And then Jeff King with a $7 donation. Choo choo. To other donators, how do you do even dollar donations? Mine seems to default to time with the 0.99. Because Jeff, YouTube knows that you are the man who likes round numbers. You like it when our polls add up to 100%. So of course, out of everyone, it would make you do the 0.99 donation. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Missy. Thank you, Jay. Thanks to everyone for the generosity. It is a donation train night, and I love it. It's the best type of train. So I will get to I'll get to Missy Love in a second. So that was one of my tweets. Then legendary Lucas Gates designs this. Oh, by the way, then I put this up, and this sparked a really good discussion. Because remember yesterday we were talking about, I was mentioning, do the casual fans, what do they want to see from the Canucks this year? So I actually put it up on my Twitter, and I said, interesting debate on my live stream last night. Do you think that casual Canucks fans, for example, those who might not be active on Twitter, don't listen to podcasts, might not pay attention to standings, etc., want the team to win more games than they lose for the rest of the season? And some really, really good responses there. I won't go through all of them right now. And then two more I want to show you. Legendary Lucas Gates. Look at that beautiful logo. GLCPC, Clay Emo, Vancouver. Has a very like kind of Giants, I don't know, like a Giants type feel with the colors. And we got, I don't know if it's a skate or a lightning bolt with a puck, but it looks good. And it says, representing the Vancouver Canucks, the positive go-get attitude when we're down, keep it real with the thumbs up. It's Canuck Clay and the GLCPC. So thank you very much for that. That is pretty cool. Thank you, Lucas. That looks good. You're going to figure out a way to use that one. And then there's this one I want to show you. And this is, I said, tough Canucks game, but at least I got to FaceTime briefly with Nadia and her mother, Jim Chick 91. And there they are. Look at that. And some people, and this is a compliment to the mother, not an insult to Nadia. Some people even said, which one's the mother? Because I got to be careful what I say here, but two beautiful, young-looking, awesome people. How's that? And that Missy Love is in there right now. Oh, it's a Canucks Utica Comets logo. Thank you. See, Lucas, I'm not very good with logos, so thank you, Lucas. So there is Missy Love. There is Nadia Popovic. We know that story from last year, her basically saving Brian Hamilton's life by spotting the mole on the back of his neck, urging him to get it checked out. And she's been well recognized and deservedly so for that. And then there's me with my shiny forehead, my Canucks shirt. Obviously, I don't change my clothes. And I basically FaceTimed them during a TV timeout. They couldn't hear a single word I was saying because it's so darn loud in that arena. But they smiled nicely enough for me to get a picture with them. And yes, we did try and chat, but it wasn't really that great, only because it was so loud in the arena. But they were sitting right behind the Canucks bench. So anytime the camera panned by the bench, you would see Nadia and her mom behind the bench looking good. And Missy said she was going to come on the stream and donate. I said, you're welcome to come on the stream. You don't have to donate, but she's here and she donated. So let's catch up on some donations. Speaking, man, do you guys always donate so much when the Canucks lose by 5? Rosario donates $1.49, getting on the choo-choo train. Choo-choo. Thank you, Rosario. That is awesome. Then we have Missy Love coming in again with another donation. $20 donation. And is that in US? So that's like $30. It doesn't matter. Thank you, Missy Love. Choo, choo, choo. Oh, that's $20. That's a choo, choo. Thank you, Missy. I appreciate you. And then maybe I should take more pictures of you more often. Yes. Still more. And then Brian says, how do you check membership? Yeah. Press the join button underneath my videos, and then it'll actually talk about all the different type of membership levels and perks. Maybe I'll review that another time, but I won't do that today. Let's put a couple comments on here that I think are pretty funny. This one's not funny. I just want to make sure that Shannon's okay. It sounds like Shannon is not feeling well tonight. My body's in so much pain tonight. I hope you get better, Shannon. Thanks for always sticking out and being with us here. So when I was talking about which one's the mom, hopefully, Missy, that Nadia doesn't get upset We have Bruce Singh. Bruce, there it is. That's what I'm going to call Bruce Singh from now on, because we need Bruce Boudreau, or we need some Bruce love in here. So Bruce Singh is now, I've known him as Transcends Web, but I'm going to call him Bruce There It Is from now on. So Bruce There It Is says Asian youthfulness for the win. I love that. I love that. Jesse says they're both gorgeous. I will not disagree. Nadia hype. Nadia is still a GOAT. Yes. Nadia, the superstar. Can we trade Frankie for both Nadia and Frankie? Who's the other Frankie? I don't get it. Trade Frankie for Nadia and Frankie. I'm losing it. Who's the other Frankie? I'm so confused. Who's that shiny head guy in the corner taking attention from? No, I think if you see me and Nadia on a picture, no one is going to be looking at me. So a lot of really nice comments in here. Coach Rob, everyone give $1 or $2 on the Dono train. No, well, thank you, Coach Rob. Just give what you can, give if you want, but thank you, Rob, for the donation. Choo choo. Rob, a very loyal member of this channel as well. Give him some love. Lucas with another $5 donation, like a true legend. Choo choo. You know what? It's not so negative. It looks like it because the Dono train is alive and well. Let's do a long choo choo. You know, I think everyone in here, we some of us live and die with this team. We spend a lot of time, energy, and money, like I like to say, on this team. But at the end of the day, it's a hockey game. It's a hockey team. And I think if I can be a small part of us coping, celebrating, crying together, whatever it is, just being together, I'm happy to do that for sure. So let's give some love to Lucas. Let's give some love to everyone who is in the chat and who's donating. 100 people in here, which is awesome. Only 33 likes. That's an easy percentage, but it's a low one. Let's get that up. And Merritt says, "Hey Clay, you shot a 126 at Lucky 9 today. That's not bad. That's not bad. No problem. We will work on that somehow." Oh, Justin. So it was Frankie for Nadia and Missy Love, not Frankie for Nadia and Frankie. Even the smartest people in here, like Justin, did not sometimes make mistakes. All right. This is a big community. This is huge. This is massive. You guys are all so generous, and I'm so grateful. Okay. One thing I will say is not as positive, but it's real. It's real. If you listen to Rick Tocchet, and you know, I'm going to really like Rick Tocchet, and this is the last time I'll say this because you've heard me say this, but I've been saying it from the very start because I think it's a very important point. I thought Rick Tocchet would be facing an uphill battle, and I'm not even talking about his team on the ice. I was talking about perception with fans because of how beloved Bruce Boudreau was and is, still is. But we can't project that onto Rick Tocchet. It's not Rick Tocchet's fault that he's the next coach in here. It's not Rick Tocchet's fault that Bruce Boudreau was kind of left twisting in the wind by management. So I think people in here mostly recognize that. They're going to judge Rick Tocchet on his own merit. Full stop, period, boom. So I'm willing, I can't tell you what to do, but I'm willing to give him benefit of the doubt. I'm willing to see what happens. And I like the way he communicates. He's very honest. You can tell he's used to play. He has a lot of strategy. He's a smart guy. And he said yesterday that they did some things well. And today he basically called out the team, said they took a step backwards. They see the bad habits. They can't put two good games together. They were trying to make the extra play when they didn't need to. And the one thing that stood out to me is he called his team soft. He goes, he doesn't want to call his team soft, especially only on his fourth day on the job. But I guess he saw that soft, not just physically, i.e. dropping the gloves all the time, but soft mentally, soft when it comes to habits. So I don't think he's going to receive any backlash. I think it's just him being honest and him really trying to get a handle on what he has with this club. So, you know, I'm going to ask this as a poll real quick, and then I'll get to my mid-show sponsor. Jay, I still got your donation. I will see that. I will recognize it in a second, but let me just type this in here. Do you have a problem with Tocchet calling the team soft? Okay, I put in the chat. Let me know what you guys think. Oh, Jay's leaving. Thank you, Jay, for being here. He's out. Booyah, booyah. Thank you, Jay, for the donation. Choo choo on the way out. Your average Your average view dude. Does that mean your average looks, or no? You're in the GLCPC watching from LA. Thank you for watching from LA. So my question to you, and you can start talking about this in the chat. And I said, do you have a problem with Rick Tocchet calling this team soft? Use whatever justification you want. He's only been here for 4 days. You never say that about your team. Or no, that's good. He's calling a spade, and we want him to be honest, whatever it might be. And yes, so much love for everyone in here, everyone who's donating, everyone who's watching from afar, whether you're back east or down south, like Missy Love. Missy at the game. I'm sure you had a really, really good time seeing your Seattle Kraken pummel the Vancouver Canucks 6-1 tonight. Let me do my mid-show sponsor read, and then I'll get to new comments and new questions. And I really don't have a question for you today. It's simply, how do you... I'll answer whatever today, or I'll read out whatever, as long as it's respectful and within reason. But I just want to know how you're feeling right now. And my overall arching thing is, I didn't get too excited for last night. I'm not going to get too down from tonight. I think Rick Tocchet has now seen both the best and worst of the Canucks. Let's go. Mid-show sponsorship read. Shout out to my primary sponsors, Van City Experts Real Estate. Contact Jason Lim and his team for all of your real estate needs. Shout out to my secondary sponsor, Perform and Transform, personal training, weight loss. Sign up now for a free 21-day weight loss challenge at ptformweightloss.com/CanuckClay. It's scrolling across the screen right now. And then Coach Patrick will contact you. Also, thank you to Gassy Jack Art, maker of this fine artwork. Thank you to Monkey Nine Brewing, my eternal sponsor. And thank you to Vessi Footwear. I ordered my new pair of Vessis. It's going to be the next shoe that I help promote. And I can't wait to share details of that promotion next week. So Vessi is still a great sponsor, and getting lined up for the next promotion coming up. Mid-show reminder for you to subscribe, to like the video, to leave donations like so many have you. So generous tonight. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Make sure you become a member, upgrade your membership if you want to, and make sure you rate and review on a podcast platform as well. Let's get to some of your comments, starting with Bruce. There it is. Confusing time to be a Canucks fan. I'm not actively cheering for other teams, but where did it go? But I'm not mad if the Canucks lose. Yeah, it is a weird feeling. And I think you sum up what a lot of people are feeling right now. Birdie, no problem with the term soft because he was being honest, and he also knows he won't get fired. That's true. I was at the game. Oh, you're at the game, Birdie. Nice. What happened to power play? Our power play has actually been bad for the last... Whoops. Our power play has been bad for the last couple months, last month or so. I think Rick Tocchet meant to say they were soft tonight, but not soft in general, although that's up for discussion as well. Also, what do you think of the Seattle fans chanting Bruce? There it is. Yeah, they were debating on the TV whether they were genuinely cheering for Bruce Boudreau or kind of sticking it to Canucks fans. Maybe a combination of both. To save time, instead of drafting Bedard, why can't Clay, the leader of the GLCPC, adopt Connor Bedard? Yeah, I can adopt him to live with us, but I'm not sure that means he gets to play on the team. What was your reaction with how loud last night's stream started? Imagine a choo-choo in those conditions. I already knew. So I think it was you or Dogwood. Someone said, yeah, be careful when you watch back the stream. I knew because I had to edit it. What's funny is to edit the YouTube side, it takes a few hours. So I accidentally reposted the original video like 3 times. And then I finally figured it out this morning before I went to work. Yeah, it was loud. I didn't know what was happening. I don't know what was playing, and it was brutal. Yes, and I'm just happy that I didn't lose all my subscriber base in those. It was only like 40 seconds, but not even like 30 seconds. But it was bad. It was bad. Not my finest moment. Hey Harry, will there be any changes on Friday? I think you could see a change or two up front. I think Delia goes back in net. You could see a change. I think Ethan Bear comes in the lineup for sure. So maybe those are a couple changes that you will see. It'll be Delia. The Vessis do not have black skate theming, Erwin. I am like you, Clay. I'm not too down about a loss. I have no issues about talking. There you go. Thank you, Fangirl. Does anyone see the Talkit cooking spaghetti video on YouTube when he played for the Penguins? No, I will have to look that up. Talkit was just being honest. By the way, Coach Rob has started Canucks videos on his channel. Make sure you go check it out. They are very good. Clay, winning or losing, I think the better, more easier question would be, is do Canucks value short-term success or long-term success? Because there's an argument for both sides. Yeah, and the best teams kind of balance both of those, don't they? Good point. Canucks team isn't the mean team that have grown up from the Vigneault era. And yeah, some of us have been along even way older than that, for sure. Andrew saying hello to Missy. I'm not surprised the Canucks lost to the Kraken. It was likely only going to be a matter of days with the Canucks as bad as defensively they'd been pre-Talkit. Yeah, that's fair. Once Seattle gets an NBA team before Van, I know me and my dad will head down to watch a game. Me too. Me too. Kraken fans know how to clown on the Canucks. You win 6-1. I guess you can do whatever you want. How do you see the rest of the season playing out? Truly, Fangirl, and you said honestly, I think we're going to see some wins. We're going to see some losses. We're going to win some games that we probably have no business winning. We're going to lose some games that we probably have no business losing. I actually think it's going to be a very perplexing end of the season. And every time we win, people that want us to lose will get mad. Every time we lose, people that want us to win will get mad. I'm not going to get mad either way. I'm going to try and keep an even keel because I think we're going to be up for a lot of up and down for the rest of the season for sure. Retool, rebuild, whatever it's called in Vancouver, honestly, truly, like for real, actually for real, well, high this year, get a good draft pick this year for PD Hughes and Demko and then go from there. I probably butchered that, Peter, but I think I know what you're trying to say. What was with Bo missing that shot in the last 2 minutes? Also, Pete didn't seem like his usual self. Yeah, I saw that Bo miss. No one was on tonight. And PD was maybe PD's he's had a really good season, but maybe he's getting a little frustrated with his lack of production on the power play. Thanks, Clay, for the plug. Yes. Riley, good luck in your pro wrestling training. That is awesome. Good luck tomorrow. Rosario, you sent me the spaghetti video. Okay, I'll make sure I don't watch it before I go to bed, though. I'll get hungry. Canucks would have won if Bruce was still there. Beg to differ, my friend. Caught in a weird place. I want the players to be successful, but I want the organization to fail horrendously, especially the bitter taste of what happened to Bruce. Yeah, I wouldn't go that far, but they simply might not be good enough to win that much, so you might get your wish anyways. I made a Bruce a video tribute and sent it to Crystal. Nice. Through Twitter? That's awesome. Vancouver going to be a Sonics town or Raptors town? Yeah, same with the Mariners and Blue Jays. Great point. Man, everyone's sending me the spaghetti video. Thank you. LA at one point accepted they weren't going to be good, so they went on a rebuild. Same with the Rangers. They flat out said to their season ticket holders, we're gonna need you for a bit. Tweeted the Grizzlies about a preseason game between them and the Raptors at Rogers. Nice. Cheering for some players to perform well and up their trade value, possibly, but from a team basis, at least for the rest of the season, lose and drop as low as you can. That's fair, and I think that's what a lot of people, they're going to want individuals to do well. You never want the individual players to suck and to lose, but organizationally, this is the year, and we're right there. We're 6th from the bottom right now. Tanner Pearson is still hurt. Birdie had a hand surgery that hasn't gone well, and there's been a few setbacks in his recovery. What do you think a rebuild could look like with the Canucks? With everyone saying it would be built around EP40, I do, and I still think it's nice to think what you might get for Hughes or might get for Demko. I still think a true rebuild is built around those three guys, PD, Hughes, and Demko. That's what I would do, at least. I think everyone else can be expendable. I really do. At least reset and hope it's better for the next year, but I feel like there are at least 3 or 4 pieces and at least 2 to 3 years away at best. I think that's very fair, Justin. I hate the Raptors. Go Thunder. Vancouver and Seattle need an NBA team before Las Vegas, and this is coming from a Raptors fan in California. Yeah, there's a lot there. Seattle, Vancouver, Vegas, Raptors, California, but I'm with you, Riley. Sell high this year. Get young assets at the deadline. You build around PD Hughes and Demko. You have Pods and Hogs developing Abbotsford, and that cuts will be competitive soon. Yeah, I think I'm fine with Hoglander and Podkolzin ripping it up in Abbotsford because that's going to give them confidence for when they come back here. Is Martin's performance based on himself, the lack of defense, or both? Feeling bad for him. He has such huge shoes to fill. Yeah, I've even seeing some people saying he's not even fit to be a backup, let alone a starter. I think he's brought some of it on himself, but I think a lot of it is the poor defense in front of him. Do you think the loss had to play with back-to-back and bear out? Not so much bear out, but back-to-back, yes. It's always tough, especially against a good team. I'm the same, Riley. It's money. That's what the issue is. Oh, about the basketball? Golden State Warriors won. Okay. Lucas, I love how we've lost hope for the team this season so much that we're talking about the Grizzlies on Clay Street. Hey, I'm fine with that. I like basketball. We'd love to see a Seattle baseball team. I think you meant basketball team, Eli. PD isn't comfortable taking one-timer passes. Too many times he doesn't shoot and sends it back to his point. He's not comfortable taking passes, and a stick might be too long. I just think he doesn't want to shoot on a pass that's not perfect. What do you make of Abbott's record this season? Do you think they have a chance? Yeah, I don't know how the competition is across other leagues, but I certainly like what they're doing, and they're building a winning culture there. If Canucks Twitter's talks now, just wait until Curry and Clay move on from the Warriors. Kuzmenko is so good in person. Oh, that's good to know, Birdie. That's good feedback. So, Birdie, I trust you're still in Seattle, right? You didn't drive back tonight. Spencer Martin won me out last year and this year with how he is playing. I really do like him. I like him too. I've told the story many times about meeting him at the golf tournament and how he watches my videos. So, Spencer, we're rooting for you. I'm not sure he's going to watch this one. Is it me or does Talkett look like the villain from The Mummy? I got to watch that. I think Talkett will be in for a major wake-up call. I think tonight was. How much could PD get us in a trade? A lot, Jeff, but I think he's the one guy you don't trade. But I hear what you're saying. Yeah, Fangirl, that's a fair question. The merch, I've been talking to... I have a couple ideas in mind, both in how I'm going to do it and what I'm going to do. So to be realistic, though, I think, to be realistic, I won't say like February. I'll say the spring. So that kind of gives me from the middle of March to the middle of June. But I think the spring is a fair assessment. But I have a couple windows of time where I think I can really start to work on it. That's a good question, Fangirl. Had I pursued the sport a bit more seriously when I was younger, I would have wanted to play goalie. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. I didn't see the game, like a lot of drama, but what coach matters the Canucks get? Oh, what coach matters the Canucks get? And the GM focus on cap space and a little bit of rebuild, not about retool. It's 50-50, but it won't be for 2 or 3 years. Yeah, sorry, I think I butchered that. That was a little bit hard to read, but I hear what you're saying. Should the Canucks tear it down at the deadline or be buyers? No. They are too far out to make a run for the playoffs. Doesn't make any sense. Could Vancouver get a baseball team? I doubt it. I feel like where the frustration lies is I feel like fans don't get what we want. Once I want to rebuild, they haven't shown they want to do that, but they haven't shown that. You guys, make sure you got full sentences. I'm trying my best to read these quickly, but when they don't make sense, or maybe I'm not making sense, it's a little bit tougher for me. Do you think Talkett will survive all 3 years on his contract, or will we have another coach on a payroll before it ends? I don't blame Talkett, but I feel like he has it tough with this roster. I don't think he's going to get fired. I just have a feeling, Justin, like this year is a write-off, and then he's got 2 years to build, and we'll see what happens after that. Warriors had a long losing streak when Don Nelson traded Chris Webber. I remember that. Who are the Giants hockey team? The Vancouver Giants. They play here. Rebuild in Golden State in a few years. You'd buy a hat. Thank you, Coach Rob. No, you stayed in Seattle tonight, driving back tomorrow, excited with the win. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Don't drive back at this time, especially. If it's not Bedard, a guy like Fantilli would be good. He's 6'3", 197, so good size in his center. Yes, a lot of good players for sure. Weeks tweeted that Kuzmenko's camp has had a discussion with the Canucks, and the contract could be a bridge worth $5 or $6 million for 2 years. Is it worth it? You know, it's funny, Ricky. When we were at the game together, we were talking about is it going to be 4.5, 5.5, 6, 5 to 6 for 2 years. You know, I think a lot of hockey people think that you got to trade Kuzmenko because you don't want to have too many wingers. So I'm not sure. You got to have some good players though, and Kuzmenko seems to really love it here, and him and Petey could be a very powerful combination for years. Yeah, I could see that a bridge for 5 or 6 million. Kelly, I will save that poll for another day for sure. But yeah, I'd want to keep Kuzmenko, but I see the value that he can fetch. Do you think Demko can make it back to his proficiency and come back? Yes. Do you think he'll actually want to stay with the Canucks as well? I do. And he's only in year 2 of a good 5-year contract. So we gotta win while he's here. Do you think we'll get a top 3 pick? Aiden, it's so hard to guess because you're at the mercy of the lottery balls. Sorry, you typed too fast. Don't worry, I'll get to your comments. Don't make sure your comment makes sense, and then we'll both be better. Hearing Lekaramaki is eligible to play for the Giants and is property of the Giants. Would that move help his development and access the Canucks roster as well, being in town? Yeah, just being closer to some of the Canucks development people, I don't see how that would hurt. Justin, good question. Clam chowder bread bowl. Do you eat the bread bowl or do you not eat the bread? Oh, I eat the bread bowl, but obviously once I'm done eating the soup inside, otherwise the soup would just spill. Mikheyev, he's on a 4 times 4.75, valuable trade piece or good depth player. Yeah, I think, whoops, I just knocked my camera. Give me a sec. No, I'll just adjust this way, I guess. I think that Mikheyev, that's not the best contract. He can live up to some of it, most of it. But yeah, I don't think you get much in a trade for him right now. No, I don't think Edmonton, Calgary, or Winnipeg, none of them will get it. If Vancouver won't get a Major League Baseball team, those 3 cities won't. Bruce, there it is. Amazing how the Canucks have 3 head coaches on the payroll right now. Thank goodness they don't count against the salary cap. That would be brutal and very punitive. Could you get a Luke Hughes? It would cost a lot. I don't know what Nux for Life's comment was, so I can't respond to it unless I skipped over it somehow or someone deleted it. Okay, I won't try and find it right now. We'll just keep on going. Bold claim for the NBA. Lakers are going to blow it sky high. Yeah, that's a market where they won't be too impatient for long. Canucks is all Vancouver. Major League team. All Vancouver has for a Major League team and ownership is ruining that. Okay, you guys are typing well now. I got to read better. Where the frustration lies for us fans is we don't get what we want. One side wants a rebuild, but they haven't shown that they want to do that. One side wants to win, but they aren't consistent enough. Yeah, we're stuck in the middle, which is not great. Holy smokes, I just looked. 125 people in here. That's great. Could BC hold a second NHL team? No, I don't think so, Brian. I don't think so. Pretty bad loss. Maybe a coaching change would help the Canucks at this point. Wait, is this comment from last week? Yes, you did say at the game that he'll be getting north of 6. That's true, Rosario. That's true. By the way, Rosie, are you still looking for Red Wings tickets? I saw your post in the Facebook group. Let me know. Describe the Canucks season in one word. Disappointing. Disappointing. I thought they'd be way better than this. Some defense would suffice, but easier said than done. Agreed. If the Canucks take second in the draft, who would you want? Yeah, I'd go Fantilli. How perfect is perfect enough for an EP40 one-timer pass? He's not comfortable taking passes, period. He needs to shoot those one-timers and generate net. Yeah, and make guys block him and hurt guys. I agree with you. I agree with you, Dogwood. As a diehard Detroit Red Wings fan, I would love to try to go get Bo Horvat if we don't have to lose Dylan Larkin. Who else would you see going to the Canucks from the Red Wings? Is Sider available? Probably not, eh? Yeah, I don't know actually enough about the Detroit Red Wings roster. Although I will say they're an intriguing team to watch for sure. The season will be worth it if we win the lottery. I see Peter's message was retracted. I didn't even see it, so I trust that you guys will figure it out. After going to so many games, what's the best value for arena food? I think Justin should answer this one as he sells the food all the time. The best value, I actually think, compared to what you get in a restaurant and comparatively speaking, Gail and I always think that the white spot stuff is actually pretty reasonably priced, especially when you compare it to like a carved sandwich or the overpriced pizza, all which I still buy, by the way. So maybe white spot might be. And then, of course, the free non-alcoholic drink that you get for signing up to be a Bud Light safe driver. Boston versus Tampa tomorrow, over under 6.5. In terms of goals, let's go under. Connor is at 89. How many points do you think you'll get? 120. 89, I think 140. 140. I have not attended Abbotsford Canucks yet. I should, though. I should. I've been invited many times. I should go. Clay, we might as well go Goon Squad if we're going to lose anyways. Make it fun. Trade for Goons. Not sure. So Canucks, from Canucks Twitter, it seems like Tocchet was brought in to take JTM. JTM, shouldn't they bring someone in for EP40 and Quinn? Foot and Gonchar should help, especially for Hsmfangirl, Y, Fire, BB. So much there, but Boudreau, the results simply weren't there, and he was never Rutherford's guy. I appreciate you being wholesome and trying to be neutral. Well, just trying to be objective. That's it. I might get more viewers, but it wouldn't be me to come on here and rant and rave all the time. Diffuses the more biased and angry perceptions, such as my own. And even though I may not fully agree, I appreciate that. No problem, Merritt. We want differing opinions. I don't want 120 people thinking the same thing as me. Hit the like button. It's a party in here. Donations have slowed down, which I'm fine with because you guys blessed me with $100 of donations in the first half an hour. So thank you. I can't believe we're at 46 minutes. I got to wrap up in the next 3 or 4 minutes for sure. Which player would make sense on getting back if we were to trade Miller, Stillman, and Luke Shen? Myers, Stillman, Luke Shen. These speculative questions are very tough for me because you could, I'd have to go through rosters and take a look. Rosero found a pair. Good. Bruce, there it is. 125 people, but only 43 likes. Get that up. I agree. Hard to move Myers' contract, Birdie. I saw the trade between the Sharks and the Avs. I almost said the Shavs. Not sure what that is. 2023 NHL draft is one of those deep draft pools. Indeed. More coaches, please, because coaching is definitely yes. The Chicago game, it was Boudreau, Gonchar, Foote, Yo, King, and all the trainers on the bench. It was very crowded. We should see some more trades. I agree, Jack. Like and subscribe if you can for Clay for doing such a good job in here every day. Thank you, how you doing? I try and be consistent. Wouldn't mind seeing Lucas Raymond come over. Yes, not Mason Raymond. I like Lucas Raymond. Best food in the arena is White Spot. There you go. Ricky and I agree. No problem, Merritt. Thanks for being here. Panago for Lucas. White Spot has the best value. Other than that, Costco is the way to go. That's true. Costco, you can't beat that. Peter, you're doing so good with your apologies. No need to mention someone else's name, though, for sure. No need to mention other people's name, Peter. Yeah, I'm going to be there too, RNG, and I am looking forward to it. If we were asking for a tank, we have to accept games like tonight. That's fair. What's this non-alcoholic beverage at the game you mentioned? You go to guest services on the first or third level, you scan a QR code, you fill it out, and then it says, go redeem this for one free pop. Not one free non-alcoholic beverage. I do it every single game. No, you can still get free pop. Triple O, there you go. Let's get Reeves, Lucic, and Gudis. Riley likes my Ford. Yeah, my Ford is not as shiny tonight. Good night, David. Canucks need a bunch of picks. Extension for Kuzmenko. Apparently, they're starting to talk about it. Horvat and a third for Timo Meier and a second. No, Meier's good, but I don't know. I don't know if that's enough. And then Peter says Sharks won't do that. Best food is a sports bar. The poll does add up to 100. Well, let's end that right now. Very funny end poll. Whoops. I'm going to wrap up in a couple minutes, you guys. First trade to drop for us, I think it's going to be a Bo Horvat trade. And sorry, Jeff, it's 82 to 17%. It adds up to 99. Drum, I think this is the way they've been playing a lot this season, and now Rick Tocchet has seen it firsthand. All right, friends. I think I better. And Jeff says, ugh. Last question. When do you think Pods and Hogs will come up? I think we'll see them by the end of the season, but maybe not till around trade deadline time, especially if we get rid of a few players like Bo, maybe. then we're going to need some bodies up here. But we'll see. I think we will see them by the end of this season. Friends, that was a lot of fun. That was over 120 people in here at its peak. You guys blessed me with $100 of donations. Thank you. My voice is going, but that's okay. We went pretty crazy tonight. And I appreciate all of you being here, whether even Robert from Toronto, Missy from Seattle, and Birdie from Seattle, and everyone in between or from afar. So thank you. Moderators, thank you for the job that you did. Legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Justin Credible, legendary Andrew Chang. All three were in here, as well as Hall of Fame and franchise members. Thanks to all of you as well. Oh, my voice is going. For everyone who donated, including this last one from How You Doing, Choo Choo. Thank you for all the time. You deserve this, Clay. Thank you for the stream. I wish everyone a good night and to take care. That is awesome. Thanks a lot. How you doing? And it sounds like Robert's going to bed. Yeah, you should go to bed. It's coming up on 3 a.m. in Toronto. So to everyone who liked the video, who donated, who became members, no new members, but who everyone liked the video, donated, who became new subscribers, thank you. Always appreciate you. Never take you for granted. Tomorrow night, no Canucks game, but I will be back with another stream at 11 p.m. My last stream of the week here on this channel. And then I do have Game Over on Friday after going to the game, heading into the All-Star break. So we got CCC tomorrow, Game Over on Friday. Thank you to my sponsors, Vancouver Experts Real Estate and Perform and Transform Personal Training and Weight Loss. And thanks to all of you for sticking with me for almost over 50 minutes tonight. Not many tech issues, a duller forehead, darker stream. I'll figure that out for tomorrow, or maybe I won't. Maybe it worked tonight for some reason. So thanks again for being here. On your way out, subscribe, like the video, leave a donation, become a member, upgrade your membership, and I will rate and review if you're listening on a podcast platform. And I will see all of you hopefully tomorrow night at 11 p.m. right here on my YouTube channel. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. And I'm not sure if I ever told you that many years ago, like 7 years ago, when Kayla was 8 years old, I took her to my workplace on one of those take your kid to work days. But when she walked into my workplace in my office, Kayla started to cry. And then my coworkers kind of came around her, trying to console her, ask her, what was wrong. And then she looked at me and said, "Dad, where are all the clowns that you say you work with?" God bless, and go Canucks go. Booyah.